So there was an article came out about Kelis, the woman who made the milkshake song that's still pretty popular today. So she conducted an interview as of recently, and she was pretty upset, speaking about that she don't want to protect the sanctity of black men anymore. We're going to get to, what led up to that, and while she is just saying she's not going to protect the sanctity of brothers no more. I mean, it's not that we asked her to, but this is what she says. So it says that when you put out a successful album, it doesn't mean the artist is going to make a lot of money from it. Well, Meek Mill talked about slave deals, so we know that. So it says Kelis, it says a good example of that. It says she didn't earn a cent off her debut LP, Kaleidoscope, after it was released in 1999. So at age 40 now, she lives on a farm with her husband, Mike Mora. He's in California's wine country, but she worked with the Neptunes, Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo. Now, Pharrell, you know who he is. He's the brother that made the Happy song and all that. Pharrell been around a long time. Chad Hugo, Asian guy that's a part of the Neptunes as well. He was one of the producers. Now, she's saying that when she first, started working with the Neptunes, she said she thought it would be beautiful and pure and also a creative safe space, but she said it didn't end up at all. She said she thought they was going to get 33% each. And she says that she was blatantly lied to, tricked by the Neptunes and their management and their lawyers and all that. That's what she said, verbatim. Now, when you do business, you must read. And see, in our community, unfortunately, some of us don't like to read. When it comes to me getting paid anything, I got to read, because I want to know how you going to pay me, when you going to pay me, how much you're going to pay me. I need to know, because you're not going to have me sign something and then now I'm doing it for free and you getting all the money. Now, she says that her Kaleidoscope album isn't the only album that didn't earn her any money. She said she didn't make anything off her sophomore album, Wonderland, produced by the Neptunes as well. So she said, thankfully, that with her touring, she made money to sustain her life on some level. He said, but the cash also led her to area complacency when it came to rectifying things. He said, just the fact that I wasn't poor felt like enough. He said, their argument is, well, you signed it. He said, I'm like, yeah, I signed what I was told when I was too young and too stupid to double check it. At the end of the day, it's still not an excuse. Now, me personally, I wouldn't screw people like that. I wouldn't take advantage of a young brother or sister and get them to sign something I know that I'm about to screw them. But some people, they don't have that kind of integrity. Now, of course, this is her side of it, and that's why I'm going to say allegedly is her side of it. Now, she said she began working with other producers on her third album called Tasty. And he said, and Neptunes got offended by that. So she said she saw Pharrell at an industry event a few years ago, and although they haven't spoken for some time, he said he nodded to her at the stage, and she's like, okay. She said, I'm not going to yell back. He said, you stole all my publishing. He said, so you end up nodding like everything's okay and everything's great. She'll never work with Pharrell again. So then in that same interview, she started speaking about Nas. She won't stop talking about the brother. She got a 10-year-old child with Nas and saying that he abused her. But she also said that she used to punch and hit him too. So we don't know if it was just a back and forth. We don't know. But she, wanted to put it out there that he was just so abusive, but she never said that how much she was hitting Nas either. In relationships, I don't believe nobody should put a hand on each other, male or female. For me, a woman putting a hand on me is grounds for me to leave. I said, because that's just not going to go well at the end of the day. No woman is going to have that much aggression with me to try to fight me. It's just not about to happen. So I never advocate for that. Now, she says that she's a very private person and when it comes to the Neptunes and being assaulted from a business perspective, to then being assaulted at home, I fought hard to have my own voice, even with the umbrella of these men looming over what I'm trying to do. Okay, what she said. She says, I'm not broken, but I don't feel like protecting the sanctity of the black man anymore. That's what she said. So your poor business practices with people allegedly, and I say allegedly, that possibly was shady with you in business because you didn't read something. You just hurry up and sign. You didn't read. Now you don't want to protect the sanctity of black men. But let's put up who she's married to. Maybe some of this is the reason why you don't want to protect the sanctity of black men, because I notice a theme when certain women get men of different races. All of a sudden now you're just trying to indict the brothers and saying what black men are this, black men are that. You're not going to protect the sanctity of black men. I haven't seen you protect the sanctity of black men not one time. I don't remember seeing you nowhere. I don't remember seeing you for Trayvon Martin or Mike Brown or anybody. Walter Scott. I mean, where have you been, Kelis? Where have you been? According to you, you've been on the farm in California wine country with your husband. So, I mean, I don't get what you're protecting. But this is the thing. Artists got to not sign slave deals. Now, slave deals back in the day was a thing. I say today, 2020, you don't have to sign with no label. Do everything independent. And if you do sign something with a label, you make sure that you read it and you have a lawyer read it. Not their lawyer, your lawyer. That's what you're supposed to do with business deals. That way you're not screwed. Your lawyer would tell you this is a good contract, or hey, this needs to be changed, or hey, this part's screwing you, and you didn't do that. Allegedly, about the arrangements of the contract. So I don't know what you're protecting, Kelis. I don't know. But as part of the delegation of black men, I mean, do what you do. You don't got to protect us. I mean, we used to being abused and beat up as brothers. We used to that. We can take that and keep moving. But, it's just like, once again, it's quite strange that when, some of these sisters get men of different races, all of a sudden that's a problem with the black man. Just, I say, go on the sunset, have your relationship, have your marriage, and live your life. You ain't got to talk about black men. You don't have to. You moved on with your life and do you. Like I said, I'm not going to ever attack somebody for what they choose to do in their love life, because I ain't with you. So I ain't got to be dealing with it. My thing is, just leave the brothers alone. You made bad business moves too by allegedly signing a slave deal, and you get crap out of it. I mean, how do you sign a deal where you get no money? You didn't read any of that? You just like, oh yeah, it's a good deal. Sign here. Yeah, sign right here. Yeah, sign right here. Stop doing that. Get mad at yourself for not reading and say, wait a minute, I'm not getting paid nothing. Come on, Kelis. I mean, you got to take responsibility for that deal too. Now, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation with Kelis saying she's not going to protect the sanctity of black men because she signed the wrong deal. And bad as it is, you're correct. You signed it. You signed it. You say they blatantly lie. Yeah, they are sharks. And you got to be just as much the shark as them. In business. Not everybody have integrity in business, unfortunately. People in it to make money and do whatever they got to do.